Hello friends, welcome to Manu Law Classes. My name is Gautam Dikshit. Today in this video we are going to discuss the important contours of cooperation in the emerging India-Egypt relationship in 21st century. You must have noticed that after visiting the United States, our Prime Minister he visited Egypt, which is one of the very important country in Africa and also the African Union. Now, we will discuss the background of the India-Egypt relation and the emerging trend in the India-Egypt relation and the new contours of cooperation which both the countries have signed in the recent visit of our Prime Minister in Egypt. So let's start the video. The first is the historical links between these two countries. India and Egypt, they both are very ancient civilization. So the links between both the countries exist since the ancient time. So as you can see, that the historical links, the contact between the two civilizations, it traced back to the time of Ashoka. So who was Ashoka? Ashoka, he was the third Mauryan emperor after Chandragupta Maurya and Bindusar. So during the time of Ashoka, there was a relationship between Ashoka and Ptolemy II, who was the ruler of Egypt at that point of time. Then there are also evidences found that the muslins used in mummies, they were all imported from India. Then when we come to the modern time, the relationship between India and Egypt in the 20th century, if you will see, so Saad Jaglol, he was the leader of Wafd Bhatti. So Saad Jaglol, he also had the same goal of overthrowing British rule from their country, the goal which was shared by our father of nation, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Then when both the countries, they were free of the foreign yoke, then they signed the Friendship Treaty in 1955. The next is that India and Egypt, they are the founding members of the non-aligned movement. The other founding members were Yugoslavia, Indonesia and Ghana. Now this non-aligned movement, this is the movement where the countries, they were not ready to join any of the two camps, which was led by USA and USSR at that point of time and the Cold War era. So non-aligned movement had a significance during Cold War era. So when the whole world was divided into two camps, one was led by USA, one was led by USSR. So these newly independent countries, they wanted to pursue their independent foreign policy. As they were newly independent, they had their own set of challenges, so they did not wanted to camp in any of this group. So they started the non-aligned movement. So as you can see that India and Egypt, along with Yugoslavia, Indonesia and Ghana, they are the founding members of non-aligned movement. So these are the background of the India-Egypt relationship till 20th century. Now if we come to the 21st century and if we look at the trade, what is the trade relationship between both the countries? So in 2023, India's trade with Egypt, it has stood at $6,061 million. But the sad part of this story is that it has recorded a decline of 17% as compared to 2021-22. Then the second is that out of all this trade, nearly 1/3 of this trade is related to petroleum products. Okay, so it shows that there is lot of scope to increase the bilateral trade between both these countries. The other important fact is that Egypt, so India was Egypt's 6th largest trading partner. तो इजिप्ट के लिए अगर आप देखेंगे तो इंडिया बिकम्स एट द 6th largest trading partner, 6th largest. Okay, 6th largest trading partner. At the same time, Egypt, it was India's 38th partner in 2022-23. Okay, अब हम अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात करें, so Indian investment in Egypt is at $33.15 billion spread over 50 projects. And if we compare it with Egypt's investment in India, so it is $37 million in India. At the same time, Egypt is expanding its infrastructure and it is seeking investment in its major infrastructure projects such as metro projects in Cairo and Alexandria, then Suez Canal Economic Zone, second channel for Suez Canal and the new administrative capital in a Cairo suburb. तो अगर हम ट्रेड और इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात करें इंडिया और इजिप्ट के बारे में, सो लॉट मोर नीड्स टू बी डन इन दिस फील्ड. सो एज यू कैन सी कि अगर हम इजिप्ट की बात करें, सो इजिप्ट इट इज़ वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ वीट. ओके, तो जब रशिया यूक्रेन क्राइसिस जब हो रहा है तो इसकी वजह से जो वीट इंपोर्ट जो पहले रशिया और यूक्रेन से होता था, तो अब ड्यू टू सप्लाई चेन डिसरप्शन this has decreased considerably. So now over here this thing can also be helped by India. So India can be a significant exporter of wheat to Egypt. Then we also have defense and cultural relations. So India and Egypt, they have recently concluded bilateral army exercise Cyclone 1. So this is very important for our exam point of view also, that Cyclone 1, it was the army exercise between India and Egypt, and in January 2023 it was concluded in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. The next is इनका एक और exercise है जो air exercise है, that is exercise Desert Warrior. So it is a bilateral exercise between both the countries. आपने एक फाइटर जेट का नाम जरूर सुना होगा जिसका नाम है राफेल फाइटर जेट. तो दोस्तों ये जो राफेल फाइटर जेट है ये जो है डसॉल्ट एविएशन एक फ्रेंच कंपनी है वो इसको बनाती है. सो इंडिया एंड इजिप्ट दे बोथ यूज दिस राफेल फाइटर जेट. At the same time, if we will see that during 2015 to till 2019, Egypt was the world's third largest arms importer. तो यहाँ पे भी इंडिया जो है ये एक जो फील्ड है डिफेंस का, वहाँ पे भी इंडिया कैन एमर्ज एज अ सिग्निफिकेंट पार्टनर ऑफ इजिप्ट, कैटरिंग टू इजिप्ट डिमांड ऑफ आर्म्स इम्पोर्ट. The next is the Maulana Azad Center for Indian Culture. So it was established in Cairo, which aims to promote cultural cooperation between both the countries. The next is that when our Prime Minister he visited Egypt recently, so both the countries they have signed the strategic partnership. So the relationship between India and Egypt, it has been elevated to strategic partnership. So this strategic partnership it seeks more cooperation in various fields. So these fields are economy, defense, security, science and academics, cultural and political. So these are the 6 important fields where both the countries seek deepening their cooperation in these 6 fields. So this was the crux of the strategic partnership between both the countries. At the same time, Memorandum of Understanding has also been signed in 3 different subjects. These are agriculture, archaeology and antiques, competition law. Okay, then both the sides they have discussed multilateral cooperation at G20 and other subjects such as food, energy security and climate change. This meeting between both the countries had, that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, it was held at Al-Ittihadiyya Palace in Cairo in Egypt. The next is the important concepts for our exam. So as you can see over here, that Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, he has formed an India group. ये जो India group है, it consists of high-level ministers from the Egyptian cabinet and it seeks to promote India-Egypt relations. The next is Al-Hakim Mosque. So Al-Hakim Mosque, it was built in 1012 AD and it is the 4th oldest mosque in Cairo, and this mosque is related with the particular school of thought that is called as Fatimi Ismaili Tayyibbi. So this Dawood Bohra Muslims, they adhere to this school of thought which is called as Fatimi Ismaili Tayyibbi school of thought. This school of thought, it originated in Egypt and then it spread in India in 11th century. Then Dawood Bohra community of India, they have restored this Al-Hakim Mosque. The next is Order of Nile. So our Prime Minister, he was bestowed with the highest state level award of the Egypt, which is called as Order of Nile. So Order of Nile, it was established in 1915 by Sultan Hassan Kamel, and then it was reconstituted in 1953 as the highest state honor of the Republic of Egypt. So our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, he has been bestowed with the Order of Nile in 2023. The other awardees of this Order of Nile in the past include late Sultan Qaboos of Oman, late Nelson Mandela, Suharto, who is the former president of Indonesia, and other dignitaries. So friends, that's all the crux, the contours of the India-Egypt relation in 2021. Subscribe to the Manu Law Classes YouTube channel for more videos on the subjects related to CLAT, AILET and other law entrance exams preparation. Thank you.